Welcome back everyone to Let's Play Final Fantasy VIII. I do apologize for the week absence. Last episode though, we took care of the Queen of Cards side quest and I showed you a couple things. However, I neglected some things about the fixed Elnoil encounter here in Estar. So I'm going to show that to you again. I have a different lineup for, well not a lineup, but a different junction for my characters. So I'll go over that. So, entering from Estar Air Station, you want to head to the right, and then kind of down. And then you can run past this area, get your HP restored if you desire. Now, one thing I do want to say, I do live close to an airport, and I think someone took their plane out today. So you may hear something in the background. If you do, I apologize. And you want to head down this path right here. Run along here, and there is the guy sitting that if you talk to, he'll start laughing like crazy, and you have a fixed Elnoil encounter. So what I did is, everyone has the same basic setup, so I'll just show you Rinoa. So Rinoa has Tornado on her elemental attack, because Elnoil isn't weak to wind, or tornado, so. And she has Pain on her status attack, because you can blind our wonderful winged friend, and a couple other things. Rinoa is going to get, instead of Encounter None, the Mug command, because we're going to mug the Elnoil, because we want a certain thing from him. And then Irvine should already have this. He has the Card command, so what you can do is you can go ahead, talk to him, we'll get in this fixed encounter. Hope to God that Odin doesn't show up. Now, even though at my high levels, this Elnoil still drops Moonstones. So what I want to do first is I want to mug it with Rinoa, and even if she fails to mug... Okay, she didn't steal and she didn't blind it, but she did some decent damage. Now, Squall, with his strength, boom, 9,999. Now, I just want to keep mugging the Elnoil with Rinoa because I want the Moonstones that you can steal from it or that it drops. So I'm just going to keep mugging with Rinoa. I'm not going to do anything else at the moment. Couldn't steal. Come on, Rinoa, steal. I don't want him to poison himself to death. And he's going to hit Irvine. La 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 la. Okay, so we'll mug again. Come on, steal. Okay, 2 Moonstones. Okay, cool. That's what I wanted. So now we're going to scan him with Irvine. I should have scanned him with Squall. That's my bad. So he's down to 16,086 HP. So I should definitely be able to card him. So we'll have Irvine try to card him. And there you go. So we received 1 Elnoil card. We got 2 Moonstones. And we got no experience. Now, if we look at the Moonstones, what we could actually do is we can go to Life Magic Refine, go to the Moonstones, which are all the way over here, I think. Yep. And you can refine it into 20 holies. So if I just refine 2 of them at the moment, that gives Squall 64 holies because I was mining holies on the islands closest to heaven and closest to hell. We are going to need 1 Moonstone for Irvine's ultimate weapon, and if you haven't gotten Squall or Rinoa's ultimate weapon yet, we can go to Card Mod, and we can totally go past the Elnoil cards. There we go, so you can keep carding them, and you can get the 20 cards to get 2 energy crystals to either get the 12 pulse ammo for Squall, or the 2 energy crystals for Rinoa. I can of course do that right now, but I'm going to hold off on it. So this is something that you can do if you want to. All you have to do is exit and re-enter. And you can mine this guy for Moonstones to get holy spells if you want. If I decide to do that, it'll be off-screen. I'm not going to do it on-screen. I have the one that I need right now. But I do want to show you another very easy way to defeat him if you really don't care about gaining experience. I showed you the card attempt because I don't really care, or in case you care about gaining experience if you're trying to keep a low level, you have card there. Now bear in mind, if you have Odin, Odin can show up and instant kill one of them, so just keep that in mind. Like I said though, if you don't really care about carding them, what you can do is you can junction every single one of your characters with death on their status attack. Now death was on my spirit, but if you look here, everyone now has Curaga on their spirit, because it's a much more powerful spell currently for spirit. So, let's see. Where's Rinoa? Junction death to her. Where does she still have death? Why do you still have death on your spirit? Alright, where's Curaga? Curaga, there we go. Okay, and death onto spirit, or onto status attack. Now, if you look at everyone's luck, Rinoa has 17, Irvine has 15, and Squall has 33. Squall is probably the most likely one to actually instant kill the Elem. Now, like I said, he's vulnerable to instant death, which is why Odin does work, and why death on your status attack works, and I hope I can show it without Odin popping up. And of course Odin did show up, so let's try this again. Don't show up this time, Odin. Okay, Squall. One hit should do it. Ow. And you're done. Bye. Instant death. So if you want, you can use the death on your status attack to kill the Elnoil. As you can see, you're going to get a good amount of experience. You might drop a Moonstone. I think Wizard Stones at this level are still the most common drop. So I would hold off on dropping, or on instant killing, and I would mug until you have all the Moonstones that you want. Like I said, I'm not going to do that on screen for you guys right now. I just neglected this last video, so I wanted to show it to you. Now to get to the topic for today's main video, the Obel Lake quest. So I will head out of here, and I will meet you guys in Timber, which is where Obel Lake is. Here we are, and here is Timber directly ahead of us. However, if you head north from Timber, you can see this little lake right here, and we can land our Ragnarok on this little uvula-looking object. And if you go to info, it's Obel Lake. So what we need to do is we need to inspect at the edge of this little landmass right here. This must be Obel Lake. Try humming. A black shadow rose to the surface. Try humming again. And this is the Black Shadow. He's looking for his friend, Mr. Monkey. So we inspected it again, and now he's going to ask us, can we do a favor? What is your favor? My friend, Mr. Monkey, can you find him for me? Please? Okay. So now what we need to do is we need to head north to Delet, because Mr. Monkey hangs out in a forest near Delet. So Delet, if I would go the right way, that would probably help. Okay, here we go. So here is Delet. You can see the communication tower right there in the city. And if we look off to the west a little bit, there's a forest right here. So let's see if I can run in there real quick. So there's a monkey. Throw a rock. Apparently you missed the monkey. He'll say he'll disappear into the forest. And this is just the Hasbury Plains. There is no specific name for the forest. So if you throw a rock at Mr. Monkey again, he'll say you suck again, and he'll just disappear off into the forest. Okay. So once you've thrown the rock at Mr. Monkey, we're going to head all the way back to Obel Lake. So we'll go ahead, we'll talk to the Shadow, relay the whereabouts of Mr. Monkey, and he'll say thank you. So now what you want to do is you want to talk to this Shadow again, and he'll give you clues. You'll find something on an island east of Timber, too. You'll find something on an island east of Timber. Take a break at the railroad bridge. That's the location of 1 or 2 break spells, so we'll ignore that. At the beach in Balam, something special washes ashore at times. Take some time off at Elem Peninsula. That is the clue for the first half of this side quest. Come on, say the other things. He's got, I think just one more thing to say. Just, come on, say it. There we go. There's also something on top of a mountain with a lake and a cavern. So, I'm going to ignore... the break at the railroad bridge. I don't care about it. If I need break, I can get it from card modding. So what I do care about, though, however, is the take a break at the Elem Peninsula. What I do care about is the take a break at the Elem Peninsula. I do apologize for my voice today. I don't know what's coming over me. And as you can see, here we are at the Elem Peninsula on Trabia. So it's this little island just kind of jutting out close to Delet. And actually, if I turn around, you can actually see Delet off there in the distance. And if you inspect at the very edge of the peninsula, you see there is a stone pillar. If you look closely, there's something written on it. And it's, if you remember, the exact clue was take some time off at Elem Peninsula. So if we look at this jumble right here, if you eliminate the words time and off, which are kind of in the middle of the message actually reads, treasure at Meaned Isle. And Squall's like, I don't know what that means. However, if we head to Estar, you can see that this is Meaned Isle right here, so let's just start heading towards the air station, and I'll just autopilot. There's a treasure at Meaned Isle, and it's not a horrible treasure. It doesn't have a whole lot of effect on the game, but it's better than nothing. So I'm just heading south, 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 and here is Meaned Isle, so I'll just land the Ragnarok. So you can see it's Meaned Isle, and now you just want to run around. It's kind of in the middle. Of course, I didn't want to get in my airship, so we'll land here. And I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to inspect, as you can hear me tapping the X button, all over the island, and I'll be back once I've found the treasure. What's this? Found a Luck Junction scroll, yay! So you can see that's where I am. I'm on the eastern part of the island. I don't believe it's a fixed location. Shouldn't be that hard to find. So I got a Luck Junction scroll, which I will use on someone eventually. Nothing I really need at the moment. So we got that. Yay! Now we have to collect other stones, and we received locations from them by the other clues. So the first one I'm going to get is the Balam stone. So we'll just run up here. Go to Balam Beach. If the Ragnarok would land, thank you. And now what you need to do is just run up and down the beach at Balam. Oh, you found a piece of rock by your foot? It was just a rock. Okay, so you just keep running and eventually you'll find the one that says it looks man-made and has some carving on it. STSLRM. Don't worry about that right now. That's the first rock. The other three are in the Galbadia continent. So let's head over near Trabia. And you remember one of the clues was an island east of Trabia. It's not that island. It's this island. So we're just going to go ahead. We're going to land as soon as we can. And now you just want to run the length of the isle once again, just pressing your X button to find the rock. You found a piece of rock by your foot, man-made with carving. REAIDR. Oh, it seems like the same rock I picked up before. So there's that one. Okay, so we'll get back in the Ragnarok. Now there is a stone, and the hardest one is, it's the one about the waterfall. or the water and the canyon, or I forget exactly what the exact message is. So what that is pertaining to, if I can remember where it is it over here? I think it's over here. Aha, here's the one with the mountain and the lake. You can see there's a waterfall coming out of it right there. Here it is on the map. You can see it's kind of equidistant between the prison and Timber. And I'm pretty sure if I actually spin the Ragnarok around... Well, you can't see Timber in the distance. Oh well. So it's right here. It's just to the west of Timber. You can see the train tracks right here. Now what that clue means is we need to head over here. And we want to go toward the edge where the waterfall is, and we want to inspect it. So you're going to see a message, a bird is warming an egg. So you want to leave it alone. You can choose to check it out and fight two Thristiviuses. So we'll just get back in the airship, and we'll immediately land down. And now... Okay, maybe if I actually move the airship, it's not supposed to still be there. So we'll check it out. Okay, it's supposed to fly off, so I would just keep getting in your airship, landing your airship until eventually it flies off. If it's still there, I'll fight it this time. There we go, it says, it seems that the bird went to go look for food. You found a piece of rock. So yeah, it looks man-made and has EASNPD. Okay, now that we found those rocks, we have one more rock to get. But before we can get that rock, we have to head back to Obel Lake. And now this can be a rather time-consuming... Oh, I don't know, time-consuming, but it can be a daunting task. What you have to do now is, instead of humming, throw a rock. The rock skipped 5 times, so we'll throw a rock again. Oh, wow. So the rock skipped many, many times. That is what you want. You have to keep continuously throwing the rock until it skips many, many times. That was my second throw. I never get it that quick. Usually I have to throw the rock 30 to 40 times. So if you don't get many, many times, eventually you will. Trust me. Now what we need to do is we need to head back and find Mr. Monkey again. Now that we found the rock we skipped many, many times, let's go see the monkey again. So now if we throw a rock at the monkey, you'll actually hit him and he'll say, "Ah, darn it, you're just a big loser. I'm able to skip the rock as many, many times as I want. So there, loser, dork, idiot, your mom wears combat boots." So you throw a rock again, and he's going to throw a rock at you and run away. And upon inspecting the rock, it looks man-made and has some carving on it. You are HAEO. So it's just relaying the rocks over again. Squall has no idea what it means, but if we head back to Obel Lake, the message will be revealed. So we'll just go on here, and we'll hum. This must be all the rocks. Now, if you read this backwards for us, so if you start in the top right corner, and you go down, and then one column over to the left, the message that actually gets spelled out is, Mordred Plains has treasure. So we need to head to the Mordred Plains. Now, where are the Mordred Plains? They are on the Estar continent, so we'll head on over. And now, so far you might be saying, why do people hate this side quest? It's pretty easy. Oh, viewers, you are going to find out. So I believe, yes, this is the Mordred Plains right here, so we'll just land kind of here. Yep, Mordred Plains. Right there. So if we run away from our ship a little bit and we start inspecting... anyone want to talk to me? There we go, finally. So you'll get a message saying there are many multicolored rocks with faces all over the place. The black face rock tells you sternly the treasure's probably in the direction of the North Star. The blue face rock whispers people call us the liar rocks. And you really don't care about any rocks except for the red rocks. So the red rock tells you angrily the treasure's to the east. What that means is we need to start heading west. However, if you talk to the red rock again, he'll tell you two directions. So the treasure's to the south and the treasure's to the east. So that means we actually have to head northwest. So this is approximately northwest, so we're going to head off this way. And we're just going to keep heading this way until the red rock tells us two things again. So east, east, south. So we're going to keep heading in this direction. Okay, so the treasure's to the west, which means we have to go to the east now. And we have to actually head southeast. So yeah, that direction we were just going in, well, why don't we just head back? So southeast, here we go. So now you are going to have to do this incredibly. So the red rock tells us angrily the treasure's to the east. 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 Okay, you can give us the other direction. So again, we have to head northwest. This is incredibly annoying, and this takes forever. Luckily, I do kind of like you guys. So, no. I'm not going to make you sit through this of me heading to the northwest constantly. What I'm going to do is I'll go one more red rock. So he's saying to the east, or to the west, so it's east. So we need to go southeast. So it might seem like I'm just retracing my steps over and over. This is what you have to do. Treasure to the south. 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 West. So now we need to go north. So he said south and west, so now we need to go northeast. So I'm just going to follow the red rock's directions. I'll be back once I finally found the treasure. It's a very long process. It's very involved. It feels like it will never, ever end. So just keep following the red rock's directions, whatever he says. You know, if he says northeast, go southwest. If he says northwest, go southeast. That's what it is. And eventually you'll get to a spot, and the red rock will say the treasure is not here. That's where the treasure is. So I will be back once I found the treasure. So there we go. Sorry, I had some audio issues. So you saw that the red rock said the treasure's not here. So I inspected further, and I found the 3 stars. And I think that's it for the rocks. I don't think they will talk anymore. So let us head back to the Ragnarok, which is over here. Yep, so that's it for the liar rocks. It's extremely annoying. It took about 10 minutes. It's just a huge pain in the ass. And for completing their task, we get the 3 stars, as you saw. And 3 stars. Guardian Force learns expend 3 for 1. Meaning, you can use 3 of a spell, but you only lose 1 from your inventory. That's what you get for that incredibly annoying task. Okay, so that's the Obel Lake quest. I always stop after the luck scroll. I find no reason to continue with that rock thing. If you want to do it, though, by all means, go ahead. I just did it just to show you guys that it can be done, and how annoying it is. Now, we have one thing left to do today, and that is I have a moonstone left in my inventory. So, it's time to upgrade some weapons. So if we go to Junk Shop, we can upgrade Irvine's weapon, but we don't have all the necessary abilities, because I need 2 Dino Bones and I only have 1. I need 1 Moonstone, and I actually have 2. I need 2 Star Fragments, which I have 0 of, and I need 18 Screws, of which I have 95. Luckily for me, however, though, I played a crap load of cards earlier in the game. So if we go to Card Mod, our first card mod is an Arma Dodo card. One will refine into 1 Dino Bone. So now I have my 2 Dino Bones. And the other card I need are Iron Giants. I have 1 Star Frag. No, I had none. I need 2 total Star Fragments. Now if I go to Junk Shop, I don't know why I always want to back out of the screen. It's just something I do. I've noticed I do it on a lot of videos. Now that the helicopter has gone away, I swear it sounded like they were mercy flighting someone in my backyard. We can finally go to Irvine on Junk Shop and Exeter. Now you see it only gives him a 5 boost to his strength and a 5 boost to his hit percentage because, it's Final Fantasy VIII, and just upgrading the weapons doesn't do that much for us. But we have all the required items, so we'll remodel his weapon to his ultimate weapon, the Exeter. And now, the only person that doesn't have their ultimate weapon, Rinoa. So to get her Shooting Star, I need 2 windmills, of which I have 0. I need 1 Regen Ring, which I have 1 of. I need 1 Force Armlet, which I have 1 of. And I need 2 Energy Crystals, of which I have 0. So once again, we will go back to Card Mod. So to get the windmills, I need to go to my Abyss Worm cards. Luckily, I still have 5 of them, so I can get the 2 windmills that I need. And luckily, I also still have over 20 Elem cards. So, let's go ahead and get our Elem cards, refine them to Energy Crystals. We've done that, and now we can go back to Junk Shop for the last time. And remodel Rinoa's weapon to the Shooting Star. Once again, 4 boosts in strength, 3 boosts in hit percentage. Not the greatest, but now everyone has their ultimate weapons. So that's going to be it for this episode. I just wanted to show you the things about the Elem in S-Star, and I wanted to show you the Obel Lake side quest because it's not the most fun one in the world. The Luck Junction Scroll is useful. I'll give it to someone off screen. I'll probably give it to a Guardian Force that Rinoa has, because it can affect things like critical hit percentage. It absolutely does not affect any ability, I believe, to get rare items. So you can just put that out of your mind right now. So we're coming close to everything that we have to do. Next episode, I think I'm going to go ahead and I might get the 2 of the 3 remaining Guardian Forces, or maybe I'll get all 3. Some people say that you shouldn't get the last one because you have fixed encounters and you can get rare stuff. Whatever. So I think that's going to be it for next episode. If you guys like this episode, go ahead and smash that thumbs up. Ask me any questions, and I will see you next time.